Alright, hey, hi, hello. How's it going, guys? My name is ZetaRayZod, and welcome back to more Not For Broadcasts. Now, before I begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and get the bell on to stay up to date on all my latest videos. So, last we left off, we just started off with this job. We used to be the cleaning personnel, and now we got upgraded to Puppet Master because we're controlling everything. We just finished day 1. Technically, we finished the first job, but now it's actually day 8. The topic was called the Fallout, if not mistaken. So yeah, we kind of gone through the feels of this. Oh, this is new. I don't remember this. But yeah, let's pick up the phone.
Alright mate, it's Dave.
Oh, Dave.
It's just noisy in here, Jesus. Right, hang on, let me just get out some flags, darling. Yeah, I'll take that one with me. Cheers. Right, that's better. Let's get set up and get on with it, eh? So I can get
Alright,
back to
here we
my
go again.
guests. First of all, let's get the power on.
Right, power.
You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on.
Bottom 4 plugs on. Oh, 2, 3, and 4.
Right, let's load up the adverts.
Okay,
You might
adverts.
want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Should we play? Is this toy safe? If not, we're not gonna put that in. Juice de cochon and Crazy Nell. There we go.
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the vision mixer, you can see they now
Oh,
have
A, B.
and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here.
Okay.
It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them.
Ooh.
And that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
And we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah,
Okay.
coming, darling.
So it's either A or B.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country,
Oh, shoot,
I'll be
I had to
asking
pick.
my guess if we're on the way to a new
I had to pick
future.
because the image
Out
A
with the old,
showed them in a bad light.
Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO.
Ooh.
The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehouse.
Oh.
Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg and Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's taint.
Ooh, I
The
could
recently
change it.
discovered
No, no.
cave system was
Why would I
previously
why would I put them in a
unreachable,
bad light?
but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs.
I could show him
The
throwing
footballer
up. Why
was
would I do
caught
that?
While out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year.
I don't
last
want to
week,
do that.
as reported by this very program. Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artiste Tiffany Lamore, whose
standing
recent
behind
show, Snatched Inside My Snatch, has kept her firmly
Yeah,
in the
everyone's
public
liking
eye.
this. Why would I change
Could
it, right?
romance be on the cards for
I
these
guess I could
two
put them in a
budding
bad light,
actresses?
but
And
I
grievous
don't want-
bodily charm. With advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police and less oversight, are we using an advanced-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut?
oh, I don't know.
All that and mega more
Oh,
for a
shit.
group of young actors who are already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh, something's changing. Oh, right. Okay. I think I did a good job, right? I don't know. Oops. Yeah, because I feel like the point of the media is to be as neutral as possible. I get why some people will be biased, but I feel like that's not the good choice, right? Okay.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption.
Shit, I'm not doing so good.
Colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting. Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this
I-
will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, who will be laughing then?
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes,
Democracy
Advance
is
are radical,
dead.
and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book,
This book.
Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Oh, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
Oh
I
boy.
hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Oh my.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan,
Am I supposed to be censoring
I can
this?
explain it to you, but unfortunately, I can't.
I'm not supposed to be,
understand
right?
it all.
Because it's not. It's an ad showing. That's why.
Well, I don't know what she meant by that.
Oh yeah. I think I did okay.
How's it going? Actually, fuck it, I don't care. I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love
I
this
hate the
journal.
news.
Alright, mate, see you later, bye!
See you later, boy.
Shit, you will. She's good. You know she is.
Get ready.
Said I put a word in, that's all I can
Okay.
do.
I got
10
this. I got
seconds,
this.
everybody. Little drinky, scared of the big bird. Caught you with water.
All right.
That sticks, I'll destroy you.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people
Oh,
who
shit,
live
how do I
with the
move it?
criminal
Oh.
justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face with the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desk.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being
shit.
done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide.
Oh,
Just
boy.
give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to
Oh
Jeremy
shit.
Thompson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
Oh shit.
Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all
Crap.
long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly.
Oh
It's all in
dear.
the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy,
Oh,
you bloody
oh,
escaped.
oh no! I missed the
Delia?
sensor.
Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy.
Um.
Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
I'm sorry, darling. I was staying the battle.
Oh,
Yes,
bull.
I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your gimp space. Off
And
you go.
whose
Back
responsibility
in-
is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white
Jesus.
people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Hold on just a moment.
Naughty, naughty, naughty boy.
He's not wearing any
I'm not having
pants.
this again.
Mummy said, get back in your gimp space. No! Naughty! You beast cut!
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us.
Oops.
And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a SWAT. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Hey! Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalization, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Hey! Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Way! I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Sopen!
I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris.
Oi, oi.
Little Chris.
Oi, oi.
Vampire Chris.
Vampire Chris. Oh no.
Yep. One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. Just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this guy?
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas. I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, let's believe that!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we were literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
Whew.
1 minute back, everybody.
Oh man.
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the vision mixer, and the public will love that.
How's the vision mixer?
Don't worry if you don't know. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm sure he's on his way. Come on, it's welcome back. How hard can it be? This is on you. 10 seconds, everybody.
Yo, the camera.
Gonna open on Megan. Camera
As
2.
we said so.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths
His
teacher.
name's Jeff Algebra.
Really important. Oh, thanks, Steve. Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle.
I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
No, I suppose with a surname
That's
like
not what you're supposed to
Algebra,
say.
there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, Steve. Put it in, coach. Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way.
Oops.
So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did watch that Peter Clemens DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we ballywell are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears.
Shit.
Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist.
Gary the Fist.
Shit.
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake!
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? My arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going!
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I, Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads, who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my 2 new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all 3 of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
What the hell is this? What am I supposed to do with this? I don't know what I'm doing.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be
I don't know what I'm doing.
If you work as a team, it's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel laps. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Shit. I don't know if I'm doing this right.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist. But that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and if he hit my mum for dinner, he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 Life's pretty hard on a
Okay, I think so too.
It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you work as a team,
Just work as a team.
it's your
Shit.
choice to be mean.
It's my choice.
So stop now,
Shit.
make a different choice. Listen to that inner voice. Friendship!
Yes!
That was rough.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're
Oh
out.
boy, that was
That was brilliant.
freaking rough.
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
Yay, telethon, A+. I think I did all right. A+. Nice. I didn't think I did A+ for that one. Like, that music video was rough. I didn't know where they were looking. Generous bonus. Current wealth broke as poor. Still. Oh, worrying debt. Woo. My share's going up, but do I have shares? Alright, so my game crashed a little bit there, like right after we've ended. Thankfully, right after we landed, my game crashed, but we got back to it, so here we are. Day 15, you arrived home after a little long shift to find a note waiting for you on the countertop. You recognize Sam's hard scrawl. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. Sam's gonna pick up Chris's stuff from the street. Don't wait up. Underlined twice. So this is your fault now, is it? You sulkily press play on the cheap horror film you're gonna watch together. You used to absolutely terrify you as a kid, but always makes the two of you laugh. Nothing to say about Sam, but you still chuckle to yourself occasionally. Just as you get to the good bit, the part where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looks at you in a way only a child can, pleading but somehow defiant. Let him go as long as he promises to be home by 11. Clearly surprised, he practically races out the door. He dozes in front of the TV, waiting up for his return. You start awake to the sound of TV static. It's gone midnight and there's no sign of Charlie or Sam. It's school night and you promise, so you go over there and barge him suit. You're tired and in a bad mood, so you trust Charlie will be home soon. It's one night! He's gotta start taking responsibility for his own decisions sometime. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, balls. Call from school. Shit! Your family answering machine crackles his life. Who could be calling while you and your spouse were at work? Good afternoon, this is a message from the Winston family. It's Miss Smith calling regarding your son Charles. Tinny old woman goes on. sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for it, but he wasn't in school today, and if you haven't heard from me that he was absent. I'd like to remind you that we do require all absences to be authorized in advance or in exceptional circumstances for parents to ring first thing in the morning. Please see to it that doesn't happen again. Thank you, goodbye. I saw my son waiting, dude. Whoa, how many days has it been? Tight Christmas, jeez. Can't help but crack a smile as we look around the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while the elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You'd always have a soft spot for Christmas. Sitting at the head of the table now, your dad's place. It's been a tense afternoon. Everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since he refused to part with a passport. It's a big change for Sam. The two siblings used to be inseparable. Christmas is usually such a nice time of year. Clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? Your mother stares vacantly at you, confused. She comes back to herself with a start of recognition. Yes, thank you, Alex. It's lovely, she murmurs. It's happening more and more lately. Clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares at you pointedly. You make a toast. Stand and raise a glass. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. Murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Chris doesn't move. Yeah, we're all here, no thanks to you. Chris, come on now. It's Christmas. Can't we put that behind us? Sam's right. Let's try to enjoy ourselves. Chris turns away from you, taking some frustration on a cheap cut of roast chicken. My daughter Susie sees the opportunity to corner it. You know how you love me? Chuckle. Sounds familiar. I'm not gonna like this, am I? Rolls her eyes. You know me and my friends are planning on going traveling this year? Yeah, I was hoping you'll help me the money. By Chris, who making some derisive snort. Don't pull your best, Sue. It's not known for your generosity, are you, Alex? Ignoring Chris, you smile at your daughter. We see so many parts of the world and learn so much about other cultures. You should sigh and lower your voice. You know money's really tight. Now that Grandma's staying here, we just have that kind of money. We can afford it, but we can't. Ooh. Harriet's parents are helping her. Worrying Deb. Should we do it? Selling a kidney. God damn it! Sam interrupts. Sorry, were you just going to consult me on this, or were you going to carry on pretending it don't exist? A few cheeks flush red and turn away so Chris can't see it. You know you haven't been the most attentive lady, but this rubric still seems harsh. Sam exhales and seems to brighten, but luckily for someone I agree. It's a great opportunity. I'm sure we can find the money somewhere. Oh, nice. Charlie excuses himself awkwardly and starts to clear the plates. There's silence. Maybe a nice birthday, Pat. Your mother chimes in cheerfully. Selling a kidney. I gotta get that muns. Welcome Windfall. Ooh. You're leafing through a pile of accumulated posts. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes you pause. Recognize teal advanced logo. Tear it open. Dear Winston resident, your settings your passports for approval. We can now confirm the receipt and validation for new assets and wealth redemption. Okay. As such, it is our pleasure to close a check for which we hope you'll see a symbol not only of our gratitude but of our way to commit to creating a society free of inequality. Sizable one. Advanced really distributing the wealth. We will continue to strive for betterment forward to results for the economy. Slightly. Just slightly. But I'm still selling a kidney though. A long weekend. Carwell, things are looking up. Nice. What is this zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. Been looking forward to it for ages. Finally getting some time alone together where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance, some peace and quiet. So it finally gives up the battle, you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. As you proceed blinking on the hall table. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bosner. Calling phone to be required to work this weekend. Your heart sinks. Some features come to light considering the rising tension between our nation and foreign powers, and the national nightly news team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the news story fast. Needless to say, I'll be expecting your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Oh man. Brewing excitement, kissing you, they grab the car keys with such a loading bags. Shit. What I would do is I would go to work and my SO is generally understanding when it comes to work. You're gonna go, aren't you? Fine, you makes you whip around, you know, simply. Of course you are. It's too much to expect for you to put your family first for once. I don't know why bother, Alex. I really don't. If that Sam's gone. Shit. I don't know if I made the right choice, but whatever, right? When am I gonna be back in the newsroom? Whoa, just a son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve being active member. Okay, you know what? I think I'll leave this episode here. It's day 98 already. Jesus, that's fast. But yeah, I don't want to make the episodes too long. I think I made it a little bit longer already, a little bit over half an hour. But yeah, I guess in the next episode, we're kind of, I don't know if we're making the right choices or not. I don't know if we're gonna lose our family or not, but you know what, we'll see what happens. So for now, if you like what you see and you like what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. As always, be safe, take care, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace!